Bernard Jean-Étienne Arnault, born on March 5, 1948, is a French businessman, investor, and art collector. He founded, chairs, and serves as CEO of LVMH, the largest luxury goods company globally, with an estimated net worth of $233 billion as of April 2024. According to Forbes, Arnault holds the title of the wealthiest individual worldwide. Bernard Arnault's impact reaches far beyond LVMH. He invests in internet companies and engages in philanthropic activities, particularly in the arts. Arnault has also ventured into notable real estate and yacht projects. Under his leadership, LVMH has become the largest company by market capitalization in the Eurozone. Despite facing controversies, such as his pursuit of Belgian citizenship, Arnault's business skills have cemented his position as a prominent figure in the global luxury market. Bernard Jean-Étienne Arnault was born on March 5, 1949 in Roubaix. His mother, Marie-Joseph Savinel, was a pianist with a keen interest in Dior skincare and perfume. His father, Jean-Léon Arnault, was a graduate of École Centrale Paris and owned the civil engineering company Ferry Savinel. Arnault was brought up in a strict Catholic environment by his grandmother, with a strong influence from the Catholic Auvergne tradition. During his childhood, he received classical piano lessons and attended prestigious Catholic schools. Bernard Arnault grew up in a deeply religious Catholic household, where values of faith, music, and education were paramount. Bernard Arnault's education at the Lycée Maxence van der Merch and the Lycée Faidherbe, followed by his graduation from École Polytechnique. Arnault's pivotal role in convincing his father to redirect the family company towards real estate ventures. The rebranding of Ferret Savinel to Ferrano, acquisition of a textile company, and the establishment of the George V Group. The eventual sale of real estate assets to Compagnie Générale des Eaux, CGE, leading to the formation of Nexity. Arnault's journey in the professional world commenced in 1971 at Ferret Savinel, where he eventually served as president from 1978 to 1984. In 1984, his attention shifted when he heard about the impending decision by the French government regarding the Boussac-Saint-Frère empire, which owned Christian Dior. With guidance from Antoine Bernheim of Lazare Frères, Arnault acquired Financière Agache, a luxury goods company. He assumed the role of CEO and successfully outbid competitors for Boussac-Saint-Frère, acquiring the group for a nominal fee of 1 franc. This acquisition granted him control over Boussac-Saint-Frère, which boasted assets like Christian Dior, Le Bon Marché department store, Conforama retail shop, and Peau Snappy manufacturer. Following the acquisition, Arnault initiated significant restructuring, resulting in the dismissal of 9,000 employees over 2 years, earning him the moniker the Terminator. He proceeded to divest most of the company's assets, retaining only the Christian Dior brand and Le Bon Marché department store. By 1987, his strategic maneuvers led to the company's profitability, recording earnings of $112 million from a revenue of $1.9 billion. In 1987, Bernard Arnault teamed up with Alain Chevalier, the CEO of Moët Hennessy, and Henri Racamier, the president of Louis Vuitton, to establish LVMH. Arnault invested $1.6 billion in July 1988 to create a holding company with Guinness, which owned 24% of LVMH's shares. To counter rumors of a potential hostile takeover by Louis Vuitton, Arnault spent $600 million to increase his ownership to 13.5%, making him LVMH's largest shareholder. Despite initial intentions to safeguard LVMH from outside raiders, internal tensions arose due to differing visions between Arnault and Racamier. In January 1989, Arnault further invested $500 million, acquiring a total of 43.5% of LVMH shares and 35% of its voting rights, effectively securing a blocking minority to prevent the breakup of LVMH. He then moved to sideline Racamier, stripping him of power and removing him from the board of directors. Subsequently, on January 13, 1989, Arnault was unanimously elected as the chairman of the executive management board. Under Arnault's leadership, LVMH embarked on an ambitious growth strategy, becoming one of the world's leading luxury groups alongside Richemont and Kering. Over 11 years, annual sales and profits soared, with LVMH market value increasing significantly. Arnault's strategic acquisitions included Celine in 1988 and sponsorship of renowned designer Christian Lacroix. The company continued to expand, acquiring Berluti and Kenzo in 1993, followed by Guerlain in 1994, and Loewe in 1996. In 1997, LVMH added Marc Jacobs and Sephora to its portfolio, with further expansions in the following years. Arnault spearheaded the integration of Thomas Pink in 1999, Emilio Pucci in 2000, and Fendi, DKNY, and La Samaritaine in 2001, enhancing LVMH's presence in the luxury market. During the 1990s, Arnault focused on establishing LVMH's foothold in the United States, culminating in the creation of the iconic LVMH Tower in New York in 1999. Additionally, Arnault pursued an investment in Gucci, sparking a contentious battle with Tom Ford and Domenico De Sole. Despite initial setbacks, LVMH emerged with a substantial profit after settling the dispute in 2001. In 1998, Arnault, alongside businessman Albert Frère, acquired Chateau Cheval Blanc, expanding his personal interest in the wine industry. Meanwhile, Arnault ventured into the digital realm, investing in web companies like Boo.com, Liberty Surf, Zibank, and even Netflix through his holding company, Europatweb, between 1998 and 2001. Bernard Arnault's varied ventures. Arnault, along with the California property firm Colony Capital, jointly owned 10.69% of Carrefour, France's largest supermarket retailer, in 2007. Expansion into luxury markets, Bulgari acquisition, and El Capital Asia. In 2008, Arnault expanded into the yacht industry by purchasing Princess Yachts for 253 million euros. He also acquired control of the Royal Van Lent shipyard for a similar amount. From 2010 to 2013, Arnault served as a member of the board of advisors for the Malaysian One MDB fund. In 2011, Arnault made a significant move by acquiring 50.4% of Bulgari, an Italian jeweler, and subsequently launched a tender offer for the remaining shares. This transaction amounted to $5.2 billion. Additionally, he invested $641 million in establishing El Capital Asia, focusing on mid-priced clothing brands. Arnault continued his investment streak, entering into joint ventures with brands like Marco de Vincenzo in 2014. In 2016, LVMH sold DKNY, and in 2017, Arnault announced the acquisition of Christian Dior's haute couture and other fashion lines, fully integrating the brand into LVMH. By January 2018, Arnault steered LVMH to achieve record sales of 42.6 billion euros in 2017, marking a 13% increase from the previous year. The company also saw a 29% rise in net profit during the same period. In November 2019, Arnault announced plans to acquire Tiffany Company for approximately $16.2 billion, aiming to finalize the deal by June 2020. However, in September 2020, LVMH declared the takeover invalid due to Tiffany's handling of business during the COVID-19 pandemic. This led to a legal battle between the two companies, with LVMH alleging mismanagement by Tiffany. Amidst the legal dispute, Forbes reported that Arnault's decision to cancel the purchase was primarily due to financial concerns. Tiffany's payment of millions in dividends to shareholders, despite facing a $32 million financial loss during the pandemic, raised red flags. Consequently, LVMH filed counterclaims against Tiffany, citing financial mismanagement. In late October 2020, Tiffany and LVMH agreed to proceed with the takeover, albeit at a slightly reduced price of nearly $16 billion. LVMH completed the purchase of Tiffany in January 2021. Under Arnault's leadership, LVMH has become the largest company by market capitalization in the Eurozone, reaching a record of 313 billion euros, $382 billion, as of May 2021. Arnault's strategy of decentralizing the group's brands has maintained their independence and historical identity. Arnault attributes the success of brands like Louis Vuitton and Dior to their timeless yet modern appeal, reflecting his vision for LVMH's continued growth and innovation. Arnault's collection features artworks by renowned artists like Picasso, Yves Klein, Henry Moore, and Andy Warhol. Additionally, he played a significant role in positioning LVMH as a major supporter of the arts in France. Arnault established the LVMH Young Fashion Designer Competition, inviting students from fine art schools worldwide to participate. The annual winner receives a grant to launch their label and a year of mentorship. From 1999 to 2003, Arnault owned Philippe de Paris Company, an art auction house, and acquired the first French auctioneer, Tagen. In 2006, he initiated the construction of the Louis Vuitton Foundation, a Frank Gehry designed building dedicated to contemporary art. The foundation officially opened in October 2014 at the Jardin d'Acclimatation Paris, Arnault's family life. In 1973, Arnault married Anne de Wavrin, and they welcomed two children, Delphine and Antoine. However, they separated in 1990. In 1991, Arnault married Hélène Mercier, a Canadian concert pianist, with whom he has three sons, Alexandre, Frédéric, and Jean. The family resides in Paris, and Arnault is also a grandfather to four grandchildren. All of Arnault's children, including Delphine, Antoine, Alexandre, Frédéric, and Jean, hold official positions in brands under his control. Additionally, his niece, Stéphanie Wattin Arnault, is involved in the family business. Among his children, Alexandre serves as the executive vice president of Tiffany Company. Frédéric is the CEO of LVMH Watches, and Jean holds the role of director of watchmaking marketing and development at Louis Vuitton. Since 2010, Arnault's daughter Delphine has been romantically involved with Xavier Niel, a French billionaire businessman. Notably, as of February 1, 2023, Delphine serves as the chief executive officer of the luxury brand Dior. In 2016, Arnault received 7.8 million euros as CEO of the LVMH group. His financial status skyrocketed in July 2019, making him the world's second richest person with a net worth of $103 billion. Briefly in December 2019 and January 2020, Arnault surpassed Jeff Bezos to claim the title of the world's richest person. However, the COVID-19 pandemic caused a significant downturn in his wealth, resulting in a $30 billion reduction as luxury goods sales decline. Arnault reclaimed his status as the world's wealthiest individual on August 5, 2021, with a net worth of $198.4 billion. This surge in wealth was attributed to the strong sales of LVMH's luxury goods in China and other Asian markets. He is listed as Bernard Arnault family on the Forbes billionaires list, with an estimated fortune of $158 billion in 2022, surpassing Bill Gates. In 2022, Arnault restructured Agache's legal framework to ensure long-term family control over LVMH, transitioning it from a Societas Europea SE to a joint stock partnership. Arnault and his family reached a peak net worth of $240.7 billion in April 2023, making him the richest person globally, surpassing Elon Musk. However, Musk would surpass Arnault in June 2023 with a net worth of $240 billion, while Arnault's wealth decreased to $190 billion. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, as of February 2024, Arnault ranks as the third wealthiest person globally, with a net worth of approximately US $196 billion, nearly equivalent to Jeff Bezos, who holds the second position. Recognition and accolades for Bernard Arnault. Bernard Arnault has been honored with several prestigious awards and distinctions throughout his career. Grand Cross of the Légion d'honneur, France, awarded on December 31, 2023. Commandeur of the Ordre des Arts et des Lettres, France. Grand Officer of the Order of Merit of the Italian Republic, Italy, 2006. Medal of Pushkin, Russia, 2017. Honorary Knight Commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, UK, 2012. The Woodrow Wilson Award for Global Corporate Citizenship, 2011. The Museum of Modern Art's David Rockefeller Award, March 2014. Bernard Arnault has engaged in significant philanthropic efforts throughout his career, demonstrating a commitment to social responsibility. He has been involved in various initiatives aimed at supporting the arts, education, and humanitarian causes. Arnault played a crucial role in establishing LVMH as a patron of the arts in France, contributing to the cultural enrichment of society. Additionally, he has supported educational programs such as the LVMH Young Fashion Designer Competition, providing opportunities for aspiring talents in the fashion industry. Arnault's philanthropic endeavors extend beyond France, with contributions to humanitarian efforts and disaster relief projects globally.